One collector just dropped $4 million on 2 Kobe cards. And that's not even going to be the highest sale of a Kobe card this month. Let's talk about the record-breaking Kobe Bryant Michael Jordan sales that are going on this week and what it could mean for the card market. What is up, everybody? I am Dappz here with the one and only Ethan, the greatest card buyer in America. And we are back for another episode of Up or Down, the show where we track what really moves a card's price up or down. But first, we love our fans. We do. We love you guys. That's why we give away a card every week, and we're going to announce the winner of last week's card right now. Ludex Loot giveaway. We obviously appreciate all of you guys for watching, and we gave away this Paul Skeens Inception Auto last week. This is a rookie green at a 125 on-card auto. Really, really pretty Skeens autograph. And the winner of this week's giveaway is Miles Mirashiro. Congratulations, brother. You got it. Please comment underneath this video and claim your prize. Then DM us at Daps Sports on Instagram. And Ethan says, hold your Holloway. Okay, it's been an absolutely insane month for Kobe Bryant cards across the board, from the lower end cards to the higher end cards. We just saw a Kobe Bryant 1-of-1 Logoman. That was a 2017 Flawless, sell for $1.7 million on August 1st. Then 2 weeks later, another Kobe Bryant Flawless Logoman sells for $2.3 million. And of course, the buyer is Shine. Mm-hmm. He spends over $4 million for both these Kobe cards.
Light.
What's really cool, though, is that there's only 3 in the world. He's got 2 of them. He actually is trying to acquire the third one. The collector will not sell it to him. But Shine did say that he feels like it's in good hands, so he doesn't care that much. He probably cares a little bit. He wants those 3 cards. And what's crazy is that these 2 sales are dwarfing what is going to be the highest selling basketball card of all time, the Dual Logoman Kobe Bryant Jordan. What is your take on all of this, Ethan?
So the reason Shine's cool with the third one not being sold is because it's not going to get sold to anyone but him. So the more than him owning all 3 of them, he just doesn't want one to sell, basically undercutting his price. He doesn't want to have to put money in a public auction house, yada, yada. Right now, we're looking at the greatest basketball card ever being sold. We're looking at a dual Logoman of Jordan and Kobe. What's different about this is that the Jordan logo, if you look closely, is a gold logo. That means it's from the 75th season of the NBA, which is 1996. That's a rookie year Logoman of Kobe Bryant. This is the greatest basketball card of all time. It's already at $6 million. And I love the culmination of the hobby around Kobe. All of this is going to end. All these crazy Kobe sales, all these auctions that are 2-3xing comps from 3 months ago are all ending the same day as the West Coast Card Show. Every Laker fan, every Kobe fan is going to be in the same room to watch the greatest basketball card be crowned. But what if I told you there's a second card that's just as good, maybe not better, of Kobe Bryant?
What card are you talking about, Ethan?
So in 2016 National Treasures, you could look at the patches and you can recognize the jersey. The jersey is the same jersey from 1996. You can tell because it's a gold Logoman, and you can tell by basically the stitches and the circles in between the jersey. So the 2016 National Treasures is rookie patched Kobe, and there is a Logoman. It's owned by Philip Gones, and he's probably the owner of this other Flawless Kobe Logoman that Sean's talking about. And if that card ever goes to auction, that's probably the only competition we have to beat this sale ever, would be the rookie jersey Logoman patch out of Kobe. So besides that, this card probably still reigns supreme because Jordan's on it as well, but this is just huge for the basketball market in general, because every time there's a new high sale, just like your Star Wars market, the whole market cap grows. So every Kobe card's going to go up. Every basketball card's going to go up. And as it should, because to be honest with you, basketball cards are the best sports cards in my opinion. Maybe baseball, but football is definitely not. Football is, you can tell by the market, we are now 3 weeks away from football season, or 2 weeks, and no one's even talking about Jaden Daniels. No one's talking about Caleb Williams. These cards aren't even selling for fractions of what Stroud or the earlier classes have done. So basketball is reigning supreme right now in a time period where football usually dominates.
Yeah, I mean, when I was getting back into the hobby, like 18, 19, everybody was really just telling me about how big basketball was, and it was so much bigger than football. And as a sports fan, like, I understand, of course, basketball has a larger global reach, but the fact of the matter is that the United States is the biggest market for cards, right? China's probably number 2. Would you probably say that that's accurate?
Yep.
So it doesn't really matter what the global reach of the NBA is. It matters where the cards purchased and sold, where they bought, where they sold, where are they being traded, and that's obviously dominant in the United States. And in the United States, football dominates. The biggest sport in the United States is football. It's not basketball. People care about football the most. The football market, obviously, is bigger than the basketball market. Now, '07 Upper Deck, Dual Logoman, Kobe and Jordan, 2 of the greatest to ever do it, and the greatest to ever do it on one card. So while I think your buddy Philip is a friend of yours, Philip, or you just know the guy?
He's just a legend.
He's just a legend. So I in my estimation, it's difficult for that Kobe to go for more than this card. Now, could it go for more, and then that raises the value of this duel? Sure. I mean, when you think about it, though, the highest selling card right now in basketball was the Steph Curry 5.9, which, by the way, when I spoke to Ken Golden a month back, Ken, when I spoke to him at National, said he didn't think that counted because it was at a fractional auction or you know, multiple people shared the card. It wasn't like a true sale, right?
Yep.
Which, okay, let's push that to the side. I believe then the record would go to a LeBron James. So it's an 03-04 Upper Deck Exquisite out of 23, I believe.
Is it 23 or is it 99?
Out of 99. It is out of 99. Ugh. So it's a true. Okay, so that sold for $5.2 million. That's LeBron. That's kind of the card that we would all say is the highest selling private sale or auction sale owned by one person. Now this Kobe Jordan is going to, or already has beat that by roughly $1 million, and there's still a couple days left on auction.
4 days, yeah.
Right? So there's still 4 days left. This could be a $7 or $8 million card. We'll see what it ends at. But in my estimation, this is exactly what should happen. LeBron by himself should not be worth more than a dual logoman of Jordan and LeBron. And by the way, if there was a version of this, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, or whatever the equivalent version of this with LeBron and Jordan, right? Because there's obviously logoman with LeBron and Jordan.
Sure.
But that could be argued that that's worth more than the Kobe and Jordan, LeBron and Jordan of the equivalent. What do you think about that?
I only think that can't be because of the golden logoman on Jordan, which dates to the Kobe rookie year. I think that's special. I also think that now Kobe, who's not living anymore, kind of his auto drives more money than LeBron would, because LeBron will be signing for the next couple of years. Like, we don't know in 30 years or 20 years if they recreate a double logoman.
Sure. I think that you make a good point with that. I think that the gold logoman Jordan attached to Kobe's rookie season is absolutely incredible. And it's really crazy to see what Kobe's market is doing right now across the board. I mean, like I said, at National last month, I was getting offers on Kobe that were super high, right? Like I was just making up numbers, telling people, hey, if you want it, you could pay this. And they were paying it. There was no real negotiation. Like, they'd ask me to go lower, I'd say no, and they were like, all right, I'll pay. So I don't exactly understand. I understood when Jordan's market went wild when Last Dance came out, because everyone was watching Jordan. Everyone was hyped. That was also in the middle of COVID, obviously, when that happened, right? So, like, that made a little bit of sense to me. It's not like this Kobe doc just dropped and everybody's focused on Kobe right now. Do you think there's anything that's driving this Kobe uptick in the market?
I think there were some murmurs of this card coming to market and it being like going to raise Kobe's prices altogether. I also think that the Jordan bump already happened and people were looking at Jordan prices and saying, hey, Kobe should be pretty close to what Jordan is. Also, it's like the West Coast card show is coming. People, like, for Nationals, I was stacking up Fleer Jordans. For this show, I stack up Kobe Bryant.
Sure.
I'm going to post a video on my Instagram soon. I have about 120 Kobe's from 100 to 100K lined up for the show. They're all going to fly. I also genuinely think that Kobe cards, listen, to be honest with you, I think LeBron's a better player. I think Kobe's maybe the 6th best player of all time, but in terms of a cult following, like, no one has more aura than Kobe. Like, the Kobe aura is unmatched. You know, Mantl's not the best baseball player and is still the highest selling card. in a couple years, Kobe won't be the best basketball player, but he'll still be one of the most collected cards.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that the passing of players increases their price, like because I think we all wish like Kobe was still around because again, even some of the quotes that Kobe gave just about life or business, mentorship, like philosophical quotes, you could say, they're eerie after he passed. Like I've listened to some things that he's said, and I'm like, that's insane that he passed away and made this. It's almost like he's a prophet. You know what I mean? Like talking to people, like he knew he was going to somehow not be with us, but he left all of this incredible advice. And also being in LA when he passed, there was a memorial at Staples Center.
Oh yeah,
right, like right as it happened, and like talk about aura, like people just crying. All of these shrines made for him. It was like you felt really emotional there. And by the way, I'm a guy from New York. I'm a Knicks fan. Like I rooted for Kobe, but when I'm there, I'm like, this is intense. Like people loved this guy. Dude, like loved Kobe Bryant.
Dude, I'm a Celtics fan. I grew up hating Kobe Bryant. And now I drive through LA and you can't go 10 blocks without seeing something Kobe related. You can go through Burbank and see the store. You can see murals all over Staples, all over downtown. And he truly was a king until now in his passing, you know, like when Hulk passed, people brought up a bunch of dirty laundry. I don't hear anything bad from Kobe. He was just that guy, you know? And in the sports card market, it's not about, it is about your play, but it's more about your presence.
I completely agree. And there's another story that surfaced at the National, and then I actually just watched our buddy Real 27 guy cover this story. And I don't want to slaughter it, so I'm going to give the summary. If you really want to see like the exact breakdown of it, go to his recent Instagram post. And I think you're familiar with this too, Ethan. There was a guy who owned this card, by the way, the Dual Logoman. Kobe, Jordan. He bought it, Gerald. He bought it in like 2013, I believe.
Yeah.
He paid $27,000. He was just a dealer, right? Like going to shows all the time. Like that was his life.
Gerald's still at every show.
He's still at the National every single year. I've never met the guy.
I bought a card off from this National.
That's amazing because this guy Gerald paid $27,000 for this card. I think 3, 4, 5 years later, a regular customer of his came up to him, and Gerald assumed that this card was going to be in his collection forever. But I think he got like $120,000 or $150,000. Yeah, yep. He got somewhere around $100,000 offer
at that time, which is an insane.
Right,
offer,
and he's got a 5. And by the way, very reminiscent of me paying $16,000 for the Star Wars card. Right, the Star Wars card's not going to where this Kobe card is. But anyway, he pays $17,000 or $27,000 for it. He sells it for over $100,000 a couple years later, and I think that he regrets selling it over time. That card stayed in this guy's collection until this sale, right? So it never moved again, never sold again. Now he's watching it sell for $6 million. I think this collector knew. He knew what type of money he was going to get for this card. This guy finds Gerald at the National last month, goes up to him, and hands him a Michael Jordan patch auto out of Exquisite. And I don't know what do you think that's worth roughly?
Dude, that's a $50,000 card, and I can confirm this story because I was at the table when this happened. I'm pretty sure I was one who broke the story to you.
So I think you did, by the way. So and then I saw the video again, and I think this is worth seeing for anybody who's watching this show, anybody in the hobby who's unaware of this story. It's such an incredible story. So this guy goes up to Gerald, who bought the original Logoman, and basically says, "Thank you so much for everything you've done for me," hands him the card, and gives him a $50,000 tip. What a great person that guy is, number one, because he didn't have to do that $50,000 tip. Now, Gerald, even with the $100,000 sale and the $50,000 sale, he's got $150,000 for those two cards. By the way, I don't think he's going to sell the Jordan because it's such an incredible memory, but he's got to be eaten inside a little bit watching this card sell for $6 million.
You know, I thought the same thing, but he generally is happy about it. And also, we're talking about a guy who has tons of other card stories just like that. Like, he's been doing this forever. He's been selling Jordans forever. He's from Chicago, so he has other horror stories too, but he doesn't faze him. He still has a crazy collection. I mean, at the National, he sold this beautiful Champions logo 101 Jordan patch auto that he had for years. He probably like 50x'd on it.
He's chilling. He's not upset. He's not
crying
this.
over spilled milk. You know, he's already.
That's amazing. And there was this recent post. I'm going to compare this to crypto, where somebody was like, "Oh, if you had invested $100 in crypto in 2011, you'd have $5 billion, whatever the number is right now." And they were like, "No, If you invested $100 into crypto in 2011 into Bitcoin, you would have watched it go to $3,000, right? Which means you would have had $2 million in the bank. Then you would have watched it go down to 100K, right? Then you would have waited for the $100 to go from 100K to 7 million. Then you would have watched it go down to 1 million. Then you would have watched it go to 50 million. Then it would have went back to 3 million. And you would have had to hold through all of this. And he made the whole path of it going up and down over the last 15 years. And how many times you would have had to been sick to your stomach, right? Going up and down and up and down. And then finally, yes, you'd have $5 billion. But nobody, I mean, maybe not nobody, most people would not have the stomach to not sell when you put $100 into something and now you have $1 million. So again, I'm in the Kurosawa for 16K, 100K, I was out, right? This guy, Gerald, he's in the card for 27K. Somebody offers him over 100, he's out, right? Mm-hmm. So to stomach that he would have held that card, getting $100,000 offers. He probably would have got a $500,000 or $1 million offer in 2020, right? If he showed that card at a show.
He would have gotten a $5-10 million offer in 2020. But like, I'm not saying like I'm the same as him, but you know, when I get a card and I truly believe in it, but I get my 3-4x price, you know, I can take it and realize that I can reinvest this money. And in 10 years, I mean, Gerald probably took that 100K in 10 years and flipped it over 5-6 times and still probably made $1 million off it. Like, you know, in this game, you know, you take your wins and you don't cry about it.
And here's the other thing. If Gerald, if it's true and Gerald's happy and he's been selling cards this whole time, we don't judge Gerald. That's amazing. Like, if he's happy with all the moves he's made, and I'm sure he's made plenty of money doing what he loves, like, Gerald's in a great spot, and you're probably right. He's probably not sick to his stomach.
Listen, when this Reed Shepherd Green Kaboom was 500K, like, I'm going to be upset, sure, about it, but I still did well on it. Like, I'm not going to cry.
Side note, Reed Shepherd will never be worth 500K.
You'll see. We'll see. He's the GOAT.
Okay. Obviously, our favorite part of the show and what the fans love to see is, Ethan, what are you buying?
We did what you guys asked for. We went a little small today. We found the cards you like. And this segment called What I'm Buying. If I'm not buying these, but you should buy these.
Okay.
And we're going to put some knowledge
behind this. If you were playing in this tier of cash, is what you're saying, like, you'd be attracted to these cards.
It's not even the exact card. It's the type of card that I want to explain to you. So we're looking at a 1997 game jersey, which is the first game-used patch auto set ever. This is very educational because right now, if you go look at this set, there's Kobe's and Jordans and Shaq's and all of them, and that bump hasn't happened yet across cards. Like, Jambalayas are up, like Logomans are up, like yada yada. But this is the first game-used patch, or first patch to ever really be in a jersey. So this set's going to go flying one day. I think game-used jerseys in general are super underrated. People only care about autos. If you have a patch with no auto, it does a fraction of what it does, but the patch is rarer than the autograph. You can always get an autograph. Patches are dated. They're from the games. They were worn. The ink is not from the game. So this is an Alonzo Mourning James jersey. It's a great set. So if you can buy the Alonzo, you get it at a good price because the whole set will go up. And look out for the Kobe's. Look out for the Jordans. Look out for the Shaqs. Look out for the big players. This card is at $200 and should be more. It will be more one day. Because if you look at other big sets like the PMG sets and the early 2003 Topps Chrome sets or the 96 or whatever, the whole market goes up at once, not just one card.
Yeah, and I mean, Alonzo Mourning, he was just like a Knicks terrorizer back in the 90s. I don't know if you remember, but the Heat and the Knicks had this insane fight where like Jeff Van Gundy came on the court, he grabbed, it was Lonzo's leg, or not PJ Tucker, PJ Brown, I forget his name. But it was just this absolutely insane fight. Charlie Ward, Allen Houston, Pat Ewing, John Starks, like half of both teams got suspended for the next game. It was just this was when basketball was fun and people were allowed to fight and coaches could get in the middle of the fights too. But I get it. And by the way, first year ever, 1997 Upper Deck is the first time they use game-worn patches. That's a really cool year to have or collect.
And it's such a cool-looking card, too. If it didn't have the story behind it, I'd still buy them.
So what do you think? That's a pop. Wow, that's a pop 2 at a BGS 8. There's only 2 PSA 10s. So what do you think this ends at from $200?
I still think it's like $300-400, but it's still a nice card to hold and has a good story behind it. And Zoe is a baller.
Sure. Oh, surprise, surprise. Another Trevor Lawrence on Ethan's buying list.
Another Trevor Lawrence on my buying list, but it's not just there because it's a T-Law. It's because the PSA 10 of this is a pop 1. You know, grab some PSA 9s, maybe like there's 13 of them. By the way, look at the whole pop distribution. I think there's only like 25 graded. Submit this, try to cross it to a 9.5 or a 10, and you can fucking 10x your money on that.
Yeah.
So, rare card, good player.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have one PSA 10, you have 13 PSA 9s, you have 7 PSA 8s. We're talking about 21 cards.
195.
21 cards that are graded. And by the way, I bet you some of these were cracked, so there's probably less. So, I mean, it's just interesting that this is only at $226. I remember, I think we've talked about this in the past, and I don't want to compare T-Law to Patrick Mahomes, but a PSA 10 White Sparkle Mahomes years ago, and this might have been in 2020 when everything was crazy, they were asking $100K for this Mahomes, right? And maybe it's only worth $30K now or $40K. But T-Law is not anywhere near Mahomes, but $226 for a White Sparkle rookie T-Law. If he ends up being good, this is going to be 5-6x the price.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think you guys are ready for a giveaway because, listen, that's what we do here. And right now, we are going to give away a Malik Neighbors Uptown valued somewhere around $200 raw. I don't know if this is going to dime. I'm not going to act like it is. That's going to be on you guys to figure out. Malik Neighbors, all you have to do to enter the giveaway, make sure you're subscribed to Daps Sports on YouTube, like this post, and comment anything you want underneath this video. If you are from Ludex and you found us through Ludex, please write Ludex in the comments so we know. We obviously want to show love to Ludex. We are so appreciative of everybody. Remember, guys, Ludex app is absolutely incredible. Click the link below to download the Ludex app. If you have a collection, all you got to do is upload it into the Ludex app. Very, very simple. What that's going to do is it's going to actually attach all your cards to eBay comparables, and it's going to give you an estimation of what your collection is worth. So instead of figuring it out based on all those comps yourself, upload those cards into the Ludex app. Now you got your collection.
Next up, we have a 2002 Ultimate Collection Yao Ming auto. There is a lot I like about this card. First off, this is rookie Yao. Second off, Yao is a huge overseas market. Third off, Ultimate Collection is a beautiful set, hard to grade. It's a PSA 10. And the best thing about this card is that blue ink. That blue ink fades super fast. Oh, you're going to look at a lot of these cards, and not only are they black, they're faded. Like, they're all like PSA 7s and 8s. So this is a really rare one. If you look at the cert, it's an 8,000 cert, which is maybe 4-5 years ago. But still a really nice card for a collector. It's only at $200-$300. This should be closer to $800 to $1,000. So I really like this card.
Why are people so obsessed with blue ink in the hobby?
Because if you have a card that you really love, you want it to be perfect. You don't want this faded black ink. You want it to look like a bold auto. So a blue bold auto makes it look like it was signed yesterday. So it should add value. I mean, if you look at a card with the faded ink and a card like this, you're going to want this card more. And it's not only the blue ink, it's the perfect 10 auto with no streaks. Like, I'm a big Patrick Mahomes guy. Patrick Mahomes signed every auto streaky. If you find an optic auto Mahomes in a 10, there is a 2x premium for the same card.
Do you think people pay more for blue ink versus black ink?
Of course you should. The blue, it's not, because a lot of this black ink, it's not black ink. It's blue ink that fades to black.
And now this is a Yao Ming PSA 10 Auto 10. It's at 260 with a pop count of 29. I like that low pop count, which is something we always talk about when you're trying to invest in a card or look for something that's rare. Always look for that low pop count. Okay, what do you got next?
So we have a copy of Mad Max, Maxx Crosby, Gold Vinyl Optic 101 in a gem. Maxx Crosby doesn't have a lot of rookies. He was a 5th or 6th round pick, so his only autos are stickers. He's not in Prism. He's not in Optic, so this is one of his better cards, and Max has a huge following. He is a great guy. The Raiders have no one to collect. He's going to go down as one of the best defensive players in Raiders history. I mean, I know they have a long line of great defenders, but he's on track to blow out Khalil Mack and all these other beasts from their line. Just a collectible cool guy and a cool card they can get for a couple $100.
Who do you think's worth more on the Raiders at the end of the season, Maxx Crosby or Ashton Genty?
I think the answer to that is Brock Bowers. I think Brock Bowers is going to be the most expensive because he is terrific. You know, I looked at Sam Laporta's stats his rookie year. You look next to Brock Bowers. They are the same. The only issue is the second year Sam Laporta, he played hurt. So he kind of lost his aura. I mean, if Brock Bowers plays this whole year, gets the same targets and the same track, he's going to be one of the best tight ends of all time because, besides Kelsey and Gronk, there's not a lot of tight ends that put up these numbers. Tight ends have not always been pass catchers. Brock Bowers is a true pass catcher plus an above average blocker.
I hate when players lose their aura.
Yeah, you can't lose aura in this league. One bad year sets you back so long.
Look at AR. He went from 25K to 0 for me.
And look at Daniel Jones, the starter of the Colts.
Daniel Jones has no aura.
If you just listened to me, you would have 2x. You can sell your cards for twice as much right now.
All right, what else you got?
This is the last card we're going to show, and I had to go up in this auction because this is important. This is a star swatch Kobe Bryant, and as we talked about all episode, Kobe cards are up.
I have a question, though. Are you seriously buying Kobe right now?
I already told you I have 150 cards of Kobe at my house.
No, I know that, but
still buying him.
But that's a plan because you're going to go to the West Coast Card Show, right? And you're going to try to move Kobe at that show. I'm talking about this ends Thursday, right? So if you get this card, will you even have it before the West Coast Card Show?
No, you won't. And as of August 19th, I will not be buying Kobe cards. You're right. I'm out because it's just too high. But this is important because star swatches, as I say every episode, are up so much, and Kobe only has maybe a year of star swatches, so this card's gonna go flying. I think it's gonna 2-3x the last sale.
Which is what?
I don't even know what the last sale is. It's probably like 20-30K. This card's gonna end at 50 to 70K. This is one of the nicer Kobe cards. Star swatches are up, and this is gonna put the stamp of flawless patch auto Kobe's are king.
Kobe Bryant being up 10% in the last 90 days seems really low.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like he's up 100%.
Yeah.
We just saw this 1-of-1 Steph Curry, LeBron, KD triple auto from the Olympic game go up for sale, but then it wasn't for sale or it was a fake. Can you break that down, Ethan?
So it was actually a custom card, and the funny thing about it is these cards don't even look alike. There was the wrong sticker and the wrong photos. Curry was in the night pose. So whoever the golden consigner who took this card in is probably finding a new job today. This was a custom card. Golden ripped it out immediately after it got posted. Custom cards are cool and all, but people want the real thing. And be honest, where is this card? This was the biggest chase in Topps Now history, and no one's hit it yet. So once we find that card, it's going to do crazy numbers, but Golden posting a custom card is just bad business.
How do you think this squeaks through at Golden?
I mean, listen, a lot of these companies hire, may I say, idiots, they hire cheap labor, and then with cheap labor, you get cheap results, and maybe your consigner should find a new job because doesn't know a difference. You know what we don't talk about? These auction houses give advances for cards. They appraise 50% or 70% based on it. What if this consigner offered it's probably a $2 million, $3 million card. What if they offered this guy $1 million advance? He took it, and they're like, it's just a custom, rip it down. So we don't know. Maybe Golden just lost a bag.
Well, what's funny is I think there's also a value in Golden doing this just for publicity. We're talking about Golden right now, right? Even though there was an accident, I think all press is good press.
Can I shit on this card for a second? This card is not that cool. There are tons of immaculate triples that have Curry, Kobe, KD that don't even break 50K. I mean, you can find this card in immaculate. If this card was any other brand, it would be a lot less. Is this so big because it's a USA jersey? I mean, this is just another win for Team USA out of the 100 wins we've ever had. This is not the best team. This is not the dream team. This is not anything special. This is just a triple auto of 3 great players. I know Curry and LeBron don't have a lot of triples, so yes, it's cool and all, but it's really not multi-million-dollar card, and they kind of suckered you in on the hype because, USA was such a cool victory. I mean, dude, we win every year. We win every game by 50.
Sure. I mean, listen, it was definitely a cool victory. I think that Topps Now, we've talked about, it's very impressive to see what Topps has done in raising the value of Topps Now cards. Number one, I don't like the name Topps Now. I think they need to rebrand into something cooler. Number two, it needs to be Chrome. Right, you have to make Chrome Topps Chrome, or at minimum, listen, print all the Topps Now cards you want in the hundreds of thousands of any particular player. But when you make this card, you have to make it a Refractor or Chrome or something that's elevated. Right, if you're gonna buy a 1-of-1. Number three, there is no artwork in this card. There is no thought. You have three guys who are arguably the best three players in basketball, or the most hyped, or who have the biggest following, and you have this opportunity to make just the sickest card ever, and you print 3 images of them with their autos. Yeah. And it's not that I'm not calling this card ugly. It's lazy is what it is. It's a lazy print of a card that could be like the coolest card of these 3 ever made.
And it was such a cash grab, this Topps now. Like, oh, if you buy one, you could possibly get it. And probably they sold millions of units and no one has the card yet. Shocker.
And listen, I think, imagine if Topps put a patch on all their jerseys, right, from the Olympics. And even if they held it and put it in a product 2 or 3 years from now, and they're like, hey, we had to wait till we got the licenses, right, and we're going to put this in an elite product, right, that's going to drop in 2 or 3 years. We actually kept the debut patch for baseball. We made an Olympic patch. Imagine, by the way, it was the Olympic rings on the patch, and that was the card. Like, that would be sick. And listen, Topps is definitely coming up with some very creative ideas that I think we all are getting behind.
We love
by
Topps.
the way,
We love Topps.
but we always want to. We always want more as card hobby addicts.
And since when was the Olympic jersey such a premium? I remember like people always love pro jerseys and they shit on collegiate in high school.
When I was a kid in the 90s, those Dream Team jerseys, every kid wore those. Yeah. Every single kid wore those.
Yeah, but this is not the Dream Team. This is just another stacked USA lineup.
No, this is like our modern day Dream Team.
We say that every year. Every year we get a new Dream Team.
If you looked at every single roster from the Dream Team to this team, LeBron, KD, and Steph, the way that they played, the way Steph played, like, it was insane.
Yeah, but we brought out a bunch of bums a couple years ago and we lost. So we brought out just good players.
But that's to my point. Like, that was not the Dream Team.
Yeah, we're with the Redeem Team with Kobe and all this.
That was a cool team for sure.
Yeah, I don't follow the hype, bro. If you got to beat a bunch of overseas plumbers and you got to bring out your best players, it's not that impressive to me.
Listen, if you're an overseas plumber, we did not mean to discourage you from watching the show. We appreciate you for watching, and make sure that you enter the giveaway underneath, comment anything you want to see in our future videos, subscribe to Daps Sports, like this post, and you're entered in the giveaway. Shout out to Ludex. Everybody go download the Ludex app. We appreciate you, and we will be back for another episode of Up or Down next week.